Mr. Chairman, we're live.
Okay, welcome everybody. Today is Monday, September 16th. This is our weekly county commissioner meeting. At
Find it on here.
this time, I will call the meeting to order and please ask everyone to rise and follow me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks, everyone. As noted on the agenda, we had a tax deed sale at 1 o'clock today. That sale has been postponed or canceled. The applicant or the person has come in and paid off the taxes. So that's really the only big change in our agenda. If there's no additions or corrections, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda for Monday, September 16th with the addition of the tax sale being removed.
A second.
Move to second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. The next agenda item, I'm assuming is Jeremy going to come in on
Mr.
this?
Chairman and Commissioners, unfortunately, Jeremy is working on an issue in the courtroom and is unable
Okay.
to present on this matter, but I do believe that the list of items was provided in
Yep.
your packet,
Yep, we have all
and
that.
he is asking for those to be disposed of. I apologize, I can't answer any specific questions, but I do know that this was requested by your IT director.
Awesome.
Have you guys seen that list? Everybody's
Yep.
good with it? Then I'd entertain a motion to authorize the IT to
I'll make a motion to
recycle old electronics.
approve the disposal of the old electronic equipment.
A second.
Moved in second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. And just so you guys know, I saw an old water truck going down the road this morning, so they came and picked up the water truck, the oldest one, I think.
Oh, nice.
So that's gone.
Cool.
Okay, we're close enough. The next agenda item is an action item. This is a final plat for Paradigm Storage Condominium. Cinda, come on up.
Okay, actually, there are two plats today. The first one will be the Paradigm Storage Condominiums. They're large storage buildings and they're condominiumizing them so that they can sell each unit.
Mhm.
There are CCNRs attached.
Those are the ones that are already under construction?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, and they have financial guarantees. Oh, nope, we went a different way. They prepaid the landscaping.
Now, I'm waiting for it to load up. It's not loading right now. But tell me where this is, Cinda.
This is south of Franklin,
Oh,
Across
okay.
from
on
Pine
the
Rock.
west side of Nob Hill.
Right.
Where the big pond used to be.
Yep. Huh, it's not loading. I don't know why.
And there's a motion prepared.
You ready?
Yeah, I guess I'm still trying to get it loaded, but it won't. We're gonna do it.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the final plot for the Paradigm Storage Condominiums, acknowledge the owner's declaration of installation of utilities, acknowledge the articles of incorporation and the bylaws of Paradigm Storage Condominiums Property Owners Association Incorporated to be recorded at the time of the recordation of the final plot, acknowledge the declaration of covenants, conditions, and restrictions for Paradigm Storage condominiums to be recorded at the time of recordation of the final plat, accept a letter from Mountain Roots Landscaping confirming receipt of payment in full for implementing the landscaping plan, and authorize the chairman to sign the plat. This motion is made with the understanding that Valley County Board of Commissioners has no responsibility for the maintenance of State Highway 55, nor maintenance of Sunbridge Drive, a private road.
Okay,
Second that.
we got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. September 16th.
You guys are the ones out there on Jeremy Sands' property in front there?
Yes.
I didn't know you were putting condominiums in there. You had a big old shop building.
They're just making those individual units so they can sell them individually.
You're selling each unit.
Storage, yeah, it's just storage.
Storage. Oh, cool.
The luxury was in RVs was to keep it from 55, having it roll down 55 all the time.
You don't have restrooms in there, do you?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you do, in each unit?
Oh, no, they're just a single building,
On-site.
office building with restrooms on site.
How many structures are you gonna put out there?
121.
Really?
Physical structures, 13 buildings total.
Yeah,
With 13 buildings.
So building 1 and 2 are the ones that are already in?
building 8.
Going up.
Building 8?
They're narrowing down.
8 and 7, if you look at that, you'll see right in the middle there.
If you do go
There you go.
so much farther over than I thought you were going.
Cindy, you said there was another final
Yes.
plat?
There is.
Is that on the agenda?
Yes, it is. It's Legacy Ranch at Whitetail Club.
Okay. Look at that one real quick. Well, this was a, what, 5 lot or something?
6, I
6
believe.
lot. and
6 lots. It's an extension
private
of
road.
a subdivision that starts in Adams County and is directly west of other whitetail properties.
Do you want to explain the septic on it? Don't see that as anything here. Do we need to put anything in the final motion on that septic?
No, no. It was just interesting. I was telling Commissioner Mopin about it. It's the sanitary restriction release letter. It is only approved for non-discharging whole home incinerator systems. And I'm not sure exactly what all of that is, but if they want something different, then they will have to find a different test hole and a septic.
Is the rest of Whitetail on septic or is on
I believe
sewer?
Sewer.
Yeah, that's what I,
But that part's inside the city.
Is that
Or the
down,
impact
is that
area.
down over the backside?
This is up over the top on the backside.
Backside of Red Ridge.
Right. The access point is through Adams County.
Almost on the line. There's a little bit left there, but not much. You ready for a motion?
I am just, yeah. That's what it is.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the final plat for Legacy Ranch at Whitetail Club, acknowledge the owner's declaration of private roads, acknowledge the owner's declaration of installation of utilities, acknowledge the supplemental declaration for Legacy Ranch at Whitetail Club recorded as instrument number 462459, and the First Amendment to supplemental declaration for Legacy Ranch at Whitetail Club recorded as instrument number 144937, accept the escrow account agreement in the amount of $885,729 for road construction for Legacy Ranch at Whitetail Club as adequate assurance based upon bid price at 120% provided by Granite, and authorize the chairman to sign the agreement. Accept the letter from Idaho Power confirming receipt of payment in full for infrastructure. Accept the invoice from Sparklight marked as paid as payment in full for fiber installation. Acknowledge the Legacy Ranch at Whitetail Club Wildland Urban Interface Protection Plan that will be recorded. Validate Red Valley Court and Red Valley Trail as private roads that will be added to the official road name list and maps for Valley County, and authorize the chairman to sign the plat. This motion is made with the understanding that Valley County Board of Commissioners have the sole discretion to set the level of service for any public road. The level of service can be changed.
Second that.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. If no other discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
There's an attest here too.
Or do they have any more ground back there? Remember, it feels like there's another additional strip.
No, it's right up against DF.
Is it? Oh.
The DF completely borders the west side.
Here's
Okay.
in our packet.
Oh, I'll explain that. Actually, Lindsay will be online to explain it also.
Okay. I thought that was a pretty chunk of. Why did my browser go off? What the heck?
Ryan has been doing that.
Jeremy
Opened
knew
it
it.
a couple of times. I don't know what's going on. Jeremy says it's still on. It just.
So that's all the final plats, and I am headed out. If you need me, I'm on myself.
Have fun in Pasco.
You driving?
Yeah.
That'll keep you out of trouble for a while.
Pasco? Used to live there.
Did you, really?
I don't tell you,
Pointers?
I don't tell anybody that.
I was gonna say, that's what's wrong.
Not my pen.
I'm bad. Not a tree on the planet.
Well, so we know I'm not going there for fun.
Find something to enjoy.
I will.
Thanks, Linda. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna keep right on going. Our next agenda item is an action item. This is Unit 7 extension for time for the Jug HFR stuff. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Good to see you guys. Okay, so, Jeffrey Miller Excavation's been on Judd doing the initial 7.3 acres. Then we added 1.6 in another relevant area. And she's just rocking it.
Good.
Excellent.
Really great. David Carey's thrilled. In fact, they're going to get her to do a little more for them. That's sort of out of our purview. We're just real happy.
Nice.
So it's nice.
Awesome.
So what I'm doing today is I got 2.2 acres left on this grant, worth of grant money left for the groundwork. And I'm in agreement with the folks at Jug to find 2.2 acres. And she's agreed to do it because she's there and they're happy. So I'm asking for that. That 2.2 acres at 2575 would be 5665 even.
5665.
Yes. And in order to accomplish this, I would like to extend the timeline to October 31st, 2024.
Perfect.
You said, I'm sorry, 31st?
Yes, sir.
October 31st. Okay, so I need a motion to approve the extension.
Chairman, I would move that we extend the Unit 7 in Jug Mountain Ranch for $5,665 and extend the time frame till October 31st, 2024.
Have a second?
Second.
Moved to second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And this is the contract for the bid we did on Unit 8.
Can I find that in my packet? Not in here, is it?
No, it is not.
Tomorrow.
This is what?
Unit 8.
Oh, okay, you don't have the
This is
D&D?
Yeah, the D&D.
Get back from vacation, there's hardly any smoke. I'm so thankful.
Yep.
You should have seen it last week. Oh, my lands. It was
Oh, I saw
awful.
that picture. I'm having it blown up. I'm gonna frame it.
So,
Picture of the bomber.
talk to the
Yeah,
guys
that
at Fire
smoke
Camp out
cloud.
me, and they're gonna.
You seen
send
that one?
Everything to that site.
It's a cool
Right.
picture.
Yeah.
And the small, the bomber looks like
They need
Pittsburgh.
another 6
No.
acres.
It's an amazing picture. I'm gonna have it blown up where it's.
We moved the cows out of there yesterday,
Oh, yeah.
which went
Oh,
really
that'd be
well. So they have all kinds of room now.
Just a huge fire cloud. Here's this.
Okay, anything
like the
else,
bomber's
Steph?
this
I
big.
know Mara's got one.
I do, real quick. I've been working with the Mike House family for several years now with fire mitigation work. They've always been extremely present and forward-thinking about this. They've now faced 2 fires right up to their back door. And I am thrilled to say that they survived this one too. And it burnt the entire state land above it to the west. And it burnt right up to a joint project that had been working on with Jim over at Cascade Ranger District. It stopped before it hit his ground, got a little bit over onto Carroll, and just a hair over onto House on that west side. But other than that, it stopped. And it would have broke my heart
Mhm.
if they had lost their house.
Oh, yeah.
And so, pretty exciting, I think.
This is right out by Strawberry Ranches or Raspberry
Yes,
Ranches, what
yeah.
it's called.
You go in the same driveway, you go to Carroll's,
Uh-huh.
and they're the first driveway up just past the creek.
Good news. Let's let that be known everywhere.
It's pretty exciting and something that, we did actually some work on this current West Hazard grant. We did some work in there. So we've been in there 3 times and we've seen some real change and they have been very proactive. They're working on a logging job that they want to do and it's hard to do small logging jobs now. But they're just a great example of a landowner that's forward thinking and really wants to give so that they can get back this type of collaborative approach to fire mitigation.
Good work.
Steph, can you get some pictures, maybe some drones or something showing where, because we did this is why the fire stopped?
Well,
Yeah.
I hope that's why it stopped, but it looks like it.
There was
You
a
know.
large conversation on Facebook out of God's Acres. People were saying, they saved my house because they had it all cleared and they took down all my dead trees. And those people got hammered on Facebook this weekend. I was like, are you going to pay the Forest Service because you wouldn't do the work? So it was quite an interesting conversation. Maybe people are finally starting to understand.
Well, and all the folks at
necessity of
French
this.
Loop that we did all that work for out there, all that work on their common area, they're forward thinking. And now they really want to do a maintenance program. They really want to stick with it. It's that kind of attitude
Mhm.
that they know that that's the only way that at times they're going to preserve their asset.
Yeah.
So it's just
With your historical knowledge, I was thinking about county assets this weekend and out at the transfer station. We own 100 acres out there that are all heavily forested.
Mhm.
Do you know if you've ever looked at that as far as mitigation work, or should we be looking at that for some kind of a,
I think the last time that
Timber
that was
sale?
done was when Boise Cascade owned the property, where, DF, he may have sold it by now, or whatever, that area just across the fence. And I think that they did a joint logging job, but I bet you that goes back 20 years.
Hmm.
And so, the problem with things like that, and we run into it in a number of locations, they need to be logged, not treated.
Exactly.
So, and that's hard, and you hate to even try and do any treatment because you really need to log it. You cannot space the trees. They're too large or smaller contract. They're not logging companies. So that's something to think about. How can you at least maybe get that to pay for itself if possible? They're dropping stumpage prices everywhere.
That's the issue, is the landowner doesn't make anything on a timber.
Well, that's just it. It almost costs you to log now.
Yeah.
And
I don't care about making anything for the county, but I think we need to protect as far as, that's coming in on that eastern flank. And we have just so many people in and out of there all the time that it would be
we do.
a
You know,
tragedy
does
if we
David
lost that.
Spicy still do small jobs?
I think he is, but you can't get him.
Is he? Yeah.
That's the challenge, right? And even when you can, you still got to take it somewhere.
I'm sure they'd probably take it to Emmett, but who knows?
Maybe we need to
He's
look
still-
at the neighbors.
What's that?
He's still logging.
I thought isn't Jerry Icola still doing small
Yes, Jerry.
jobs too?
Yeah, but Jerry doesn't have to. He's turned down jobs that we proposed, so
Slammed, huh?
they're busy.
It's definitely something we can look into.
Yeah, I think we need to look into that and see what we can do and just, as long as we're not paying, but, maybe we can do something with the adjacent landowners to try and protect that, because it's a pretty heavily forested area right there.
Does DF need to log too?
Well, they're logging all over the place. Just
So they've logged back there lately?
I don't know about lately.
It's probably been,
They've been slowly selling a lot of that stuff off, going to Patty Flat area. So I'm not sure exactly.
that would be the way, is just to have their logger come in and do ours at the same
I
time.
can talk to Colin.
Yeah, see if
They
they're,
even still own that parcel too. 'Cause I know that they sold some of that stuff
Alan.
behind.
Bloxham owns some in there too, I think, but
Is that mostly pine? Do you guys remember?
Mainly pine.
Not much money in pine right now.
Yeah, and there's some, but it's mainly pine.
I mean, okay, you have.
Yep. I have my,
Two contractor agreement?
Yep.
And is this a new contract or what are we talking about here?
yep, it's the new contract that we just did a bid on last week for Unit 2. So it's for John Lydrickson out in Timber Ridge for East McCall.
And so you need a motion to
Approve
approve
it.
that contract.
I don't see it in my packet here. That's,
it was in there. That one, it had been under the packet documents 3, Specialized Land Works. Mr. Chairman, I will move that we approve the contractor agreement with Specialized Land Works for $14,665.
second,
How many acres was this?
This one's 7.
7 acres?
Yep.
Thank you.
Specialized Land Works. Yeah,
Hey, we got a motion and a second to approve the contract with Specialized Land Works for 7 acres, $14,665. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Oh, there it is. Found it. So if you run into things that need to be, in your opinion, need to be actually logged, people's property, are you able to handle that, or is that a whole different?
That's a whole different thing. I send them to the IDL specifically, because there's a private forestry specialist that will help them determine how much they're gonna log off their property. And then there's other programs like Equip that could help financially help them with that, if that's what they wanna do. There's just other timber shared stewardship stuff for the IDL.
And they'll help you set up the contract with the sawmill and all that too.
Sawmill and all that stuff. You have to get a compliance if you're gonna log all those aspects. So, yep, we just do mitigation. But I do know those aspects, so that's what I did for SIPA was compliances
You
and
want this too?
inspections of logging jobs afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's a different process.
People just needed it thinned for Firewise. They didn't want the money from the timber sales. With the logging outfits, just
It's probably,
take that as a spade.
it's probably gonna be close to zero. You may have to pay them a little bit. When I logged a few years back, we did 470,000 board feet.
EF does not.
And paid the logger and after
Alan
everything,
Watson.
I cleared 17 grand.
Amy Brown did.
Not a lot of money,
Not much money.
but it is fire
She
shut
owns a
now.
pond right around there.
And that's what my brain is, if we can make it fire safe, so they can afford something like that.
It used to be big money years ago, but
Yeah,
that changed.
dramatically dropped the last couple of years. Especially for a smaller job, so like if you just have 10 acres, there's not a lot of value.
You might get one truckload of logs
If that, right?
if you're lucky.
And then you might be able to get a logger that wants to come in and do it for firewood, but even then, pine's still not that much firewood, so it's a lot of work. Most of the time it costs, instead of making money, it's costing the landowner.
What did you do?
What's the cost of equipment, material, labor, everything's
Everything.
gone up.
Tremendous.
I missed what you said when you came back.
Boards. That's for,
That's what's crazy.
Oh, they sold it.
Yeah. So,
especially in wood.
but that's one thing that we see a lot of, because they don't do overstory with wildfire
No,
mitigation,
they-
they just do the understory.
That's
So
tough
we
there.
truly, one of the biggest hazards in fire is the overstory, how dense it's getting. And so once it gets over a certain size, we just can't pushing it because it's so expensive.
See, and that's the problem we have with.
I would say, isn't Willie's on the ground to the north?
Overstory. I mean, they stopped
I thought Bill
selling
owned
any
some of it.
timber off of it.
Very
35, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And now look at that. It's so thick, it just takes off and runs. You ain't stopping that. So I don't know what the
what the best management practice truly is, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's a
We own all that ground to the north.
hard thing with that
Yes,
too,
we do.
because when the Forest Service, they have all these this.
That's why I was trying to figure out how we could expand that footprint.
Ground squirrels. and
You
we-
can tell
goes
by
down
looking at
into a
this picture.
ravine.
This has all been logged, but look how thick this has been. I
Yeah,
think
it's
that's
reading.
been logged too.
I don't know if you saw that little letter
And
from
they're
Larry
logging
Latch.
that now. They've been working on that for
Really good letter.
Yeah.
Really good. Sandra really put together, and it started back in the 50s and went all the way forward, all the different things that happened in the 70s. Congress passing all these deals, and the NEPA, and
Those
the
have been.
it's
But there's a chunk of ground there to the
Destroyed.
north, Sherry.
serviceability. We don't need anything.
I don't know how
Way
you
north of
get,
that.
I don't know how you get to it.
and
No,
the
that's
hard
our
part.
footprint right there.
No.
It's frustrating,
This is
especially
ours too, I think.
No,
what we see and
Amy
what
owns-
needs to be done, and everybody knows what needs to be
She owns a
done.
ton
Well,
of
and you
it
see it
right
even
there.
here where the forest is just so overgrown. it's
That-
hard to protect
I don't know how in the heck you get to it.
in the county now.
This is a
We
Sperry.
have
See, hers shows that this belongs to Valley County.
it's
Just
amazing.
this. Yeah, just that. That's the same.
I was figuring to have one of yours over
See what
there
you use.
in
Boundary.
Yeah,
South
it's,
Dakota. And we're
I guess there's a big ravine right there. Oh, I don't know if we
Keeps on
can,
this
you know,
trail.
get down that ravine some way to access the rest of this.
Yeah, it was just one little rainstorm. Just
Well,
kinda
the
shut
road
down
used to come through here.
the handle on it, but
You can see it one time.
been for that, oh my goodness.
Huh.
It could have been really bad.
That gives you an
Yeah,
opportunity to
exactly.
expand your,
Yeah.
if you want.
Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, I think if we could get down into this area. into
It's
a
pretty steep
different
off the
area.
bottom.
Some days I don't want my job either.
Well, then we probably should,
I'd rather be
talk
out
to
in the
that
woods with
lady.
you.
resurvey this thing and put a straight shot right there. And I mean, that's that's gotta be 50, 60 acres right there.
I really enjoyed
Yeah, it's just nice being outside.
Oh.
Hard work, but.
it. It was hard work. I loved it.
Hey,
Thank
thanks.
you.
I could have stayed doing that. Oh, well.
Doug, can we go ahead and do the
10 minutes.
levies?
Say they're not
Or do you wanna wait till
If you don't
9:45?
mind, Mr. Chairman, if we could wait just.
Okay, so then we're gonna go mute. We'll see everybody back here at 9:45.